Very good morning, dear children. Dear children, we started the topic, what is our system of election? So, children, we discussed about the system of election in our country, how our country has, Lok Sabha elections and Vidhan Sabha elections, and the tenure is after 5 years. Then we, first of all, we discussed about the first step was electoral constituencies, how the constituencies are made. Fine, that was the first step we did. Now, children, we are shifting towards the second point, which is reserved constituencies. Now, children, our constitution, it says that every citizen has the right to elect his or her representative, and even the person can be elected as a representative as well. So the makers of our constitutions, they were a bit worried about the open electoral competition. Fine, they were in a fear that the weaker sections of our society, they may not stand, or they may not get a good chance to get elected in the Lok Sabha, or you can say the state legislative assemblies, because these people, the weaker sections, they do not have required resources, they do not have much education. Even these people, they do not have contacts so that they can contest and win the elections. So the people who are having money, they were having more chances to win the elections. So they said, if that happens, then the parliament and the assemblies, they will not be having the voice of the weaker section of our population. So because of this, the democracy will not be called as representative democracy, or it will become a less democratic elections. Fine. So what did they do? They thought of a special system. And what was that special system? System of reserved constituencies. And the reserved constituencies, some constituencies will be reserved for the ST or SC people. ST is the scheduled caste and ST is the scheduled tribe people. Fine. So in many of the cases you might have heard that this time this constituency is reserved already for a ST or a ST or a SC, so that just to encourage these people to stand in the elections. Fine. So in currently, if you talk about Lok Sabha, in Lok Sabha 84 seats are reserved for the scheduled caste and 47 seats are reserved for the scheduled tribe. Fine. So this is the portion which they share with the total population. Fine. Now there was a system of reservation, it extended now later on to the district level also, local level also, even in the panchayats, municipal corporations, and the local bodies, there also it was going on. And even reservation was there for other backward classes as well, which is OBCs. And children, somewhere the seats are reserved, one third seats are reserved in the rural and urban local bodies for the women candidates as well. Fine. So this was the reserved constituency topic. Now the other thing. Now the next step for the election is voters list. So children, now we will go through this. What is voters list? Now children, once the we have made the constituencies, we have decide who's going to vote, who's the next step is we have to decide which person is going to vote and which is not going to vote. So we cannot leave this decision for the end movement. So whenever the elections are declared, fine, the list of people is prepared for who are eligible to vote and who are not eligible for voting. Fine. So It is done much before the elections taken place, and it is given to everyone then. This list, children, it is officially called the electoral roll, and commonly it is known as the voters list. Fine. So it is very important step. It is the first condition of a democratic election, where everybody should get the equal opportunity to choose their representatives. Fine. So here we have a principle of universal adult franchise, as you know. So everybody should have one vote, and every vote should have one value. So no one should be denied of their right to vote. Fine. Now different citizens, they differ from one another in many ways. Some are rich, some are poor, some are highly educated, some are not educated, kind. But the one common thing is that they all have equality, means they all have equal right to vote. So in our country, all the citizens which are 18 or above, they have right to vote in the elections. Fine. Now it is fine. Now sometimes any person who has a criminal record, or a person who has an unsound mind, sometimes it can happen that they are deprived of voting. Fine. Now, but that is also in a very rare situation. Fine. After that, children, what happens now? uh, it is the responsibility of the government, fine, to get the names of all the eligible voters and to put it on a voters list. You might have seen some government teachers, they come before the elections and they ask for the family members. Fine. So names are written of people, those who have moved out of the place, their vote is cut, and if someone is dead, his or her vote will also be cut. So the complete, revision of the list is done after every 5 years before the elections. Fine. This is just to make sure that the list remains up to date. Fine. In the last few years, children, a new system of election photo identity card, EPIC, has been introduced. In this, you can just government has also given voter cards to the people, so you can see the voter, show the voter card, and you can cast your vote. But if you don't have voter card, so it's not compulsory, you can show your ration card as an identity proof, or a driving license as your identity proof. So this was about, children, the voters list. Now nomination of candidates, who all can nominate. Now once it is done, fine, so in order to so that the people, they have choice, no restriction on anyone to contest an election. Anybody can stand, fine, in the nomination. Fine. One voter who can candidate in election. So we can anybody can stand as a candidate in the election, but the thing is, you should be minimum 25 years of age. For voting, you should be 18 years of age, but for standing as a candidate, you should be 25 years of age. There is no restriction for your qualification and all. Fine. But if you are a criminal, so in many cases you cannot apply. Fine. The political parties, they are going to nominate their candidates, and then they will get the party symbol and the support of the party. So when a party supports someone, it means the party has given ticket to that person. Fine. Now the person has to fill the nomination form, he has to deposit some security. Then the new system is introduced, uh, which is with the direction of Supreme Court, that every candidate, he or she has to make some declaration, like you don't have any criminal case, you have to tell about that in advance. You have to tell the details about your assets and liabilities. Fine. Then you have to show your qualifications. Fine. So this information the person has to made public so that the voters can get to know about the candidate and accordingly they can vote. Fine, children. So this was all about today's topic. Thank you and have